Hello and welcome to the Belka story quest 404 Found. The program of those three dolls where they have their story quests, but it's kind of not really connected. At least I don't think so. There's a memory recollection, something similar that we had in H.I.D.E event. Not sure, maybe we will be seeing there some pattern. It's kind of something different at this time too. And well, we probably expect already what it is about. Better likely about our big sis Klukai. If not, it will be disappointing, but also surprising and well, probably welcome. Let's see what she is troubled by. Sorry, am I late, Commander? I have just arrived too. Very humbly. I was the one who asked if you could help me sort through my neural data, yet I ended up being late. I hope you won't be upset of this, Commander. Well, that sounds really like H.I.D.E, doesn't it? Stop acting so overly dramatic, Belka. You don't need to talk time that around me like that. I cannot hide anything from you after all, Commander. But you know what? Sweet talking like that was exactly how I got Big Sis to accept me into the team. Okay, so this is probably will be all about the Big Sis accepting into the team. This is similar to H.I.D.E event. Such as? When we finally meet after so many years, she instantly pinned me to the ground and even held me at gunpoint as if I were an enemy. That doesn't sound like a good start. I had to jump through so many hoops to find 404's secret base. I guess it was fair for Big Sis to mistake me for an intruder. Anyway, when I finally saw her, I immediately threw myself into her arms and cried like a baby. Then I recounted all the tragic backstories I had to go through. Vagrancy, displacements, no friends, no companions. And so Big Sis took me in as an intern. It seems that your promotions went smoothly. Maybe, because I actually got gravely injured during the later mission, which made me look even more sympathetic. Fortunately, Big Sis saved me and truly accepted me. I'm not sure if that counts as going smoothly, but I was certainly very pitiable. I can see the gist. Though I suppose those little tricks are no longer of use after you have been officially accepted into the team. That's not entirely true. Big Sis isn't a heartless doll after all. Even if the tricks fail, my very real and sincere emotions still can move her. Just take a look good at my results in my neural clouds, Commander. Alright. Time is precious, so let's get started. Data transmission normal. Neural correction activated. Good work, Belka. That's of course. I have grown over the years after all. I see. But do not let your guard down. I know, Commander. Beep. The projection in the meeting room dims. The doll standing at the front lowers the remote in her hand and started at the other three. There. That's it for today's debriefing. Good job, everyone. There will be no group activities for the rest of the day, so take this opportunity to get some rest. Remember, training is scheduled for early tomorrow's morning. Alright then. Guess I'll just... Meshi immediately leans back in her chair and falls asleep within seconds. Andoris chuckles and gives her a gentle pat on the head. By the way, Andoris is the next one that we'll be doing that. I'm looking forward. Luca lets out a huff and mashes a hopeless figure. Never motivated at all during training, yet always get the first to slack off. Hearing that, Belka jumps out of her chair and runs up to Kluka with her hands raised. I'm motivated, big sis. Let's go training, shall we? Unless we are counting this commission. It's been ages since we last trained together. Besides, we just highlighted lots of my shortcomings during their debriefing. I can certainly improve upon them much more efficiently if Big Sis is there to instruct me. While it is a good thing that you are this motivated, I need to see Vector today. So, I don't have the time. Oh, we didn't really have that much Vector interactions too. Like in the main story. Why? Between me and Vector, I'm obviously more important. What does any of this has to do with who is more important? Team B will be out of the mission tomorrow. Tonight, the only time when both Vector and I are available. The Team B now is on the right track. I cannot wait to see Leva's reaction during our next communication. Yeah, can you please release the UMP girls from jail? Thank you. As Kluga heads out, she notices Belka following tightly behind her. Confused, she halts her steps and looks back. Belka also stops obediently. Well, if you are occupied, you can call it a night here, Big Sis. But in that case, promise you will train me tomorrow? There's a team training scheduled for tomorrow anyway. We will see once we conduct practical trainings. Luca leaves the meeting's room. Belka stops in frustration as she watches Klukai shrinking silhouette. Why cannot I be Team's B leader? Why cannot they just make their own mission plan and stop bothering Big Sis? Andoris, you want to be Team's B leader, Belka? No, I was just talking about the mission plan. If you are talking about Team B's mission plan, it needs to be drafted with the specifics of the commission in mind. For example, the route of the several missions Team B has taken recently happened to pass by our base. Not only can they stop by the forest, but we also have some joint training sessions with them. Team B came over? Yes, I happen to have a recent mission plan from Team B on hand. You should take a look, and if you want to know more, Belka. Before Belka can answer, Andoris has already sent her the entire package. Torrents of data gush into Belka's neural cloud and clog up her processing threads. Feeling the excess heat produced by her core going into overdrive, Belka rushes out of the meeting room. I will go to Ruchi since Team B is here. I will check the documents later. Belka hums as she skips across the hallway, heading towards Team B rest area. I haven't seen Rachi for a long time. I wonder if the idea I gave her the last time worked out or not. In any case, building a friendship is not an easy task. I need to comfort her nicely. Who is... I forgot who is Rachi. Like the name. The door to the rest area is open, and Rachi's silhouettes can be spotted from far away, along with her and Vector's voice. After a moment's hesitation, Belka sneaks up to the door and increases her gain on the audio module. Okay, so this is the twin tail girl. Just try it out, Vivi. It is a limited edition. It was quite a hassle for me to get it from the underground broker. I'm sure it will look super cute on you, Vivi. I think I will pass. It would be a waste to give such cute things to me. No, it won't. See how it matches perfectly with your hair color? Come on, Vivi, just give it a try. Well, if you insist. Okay, it's on. See how cute you look? Oh, can you see the picture? I knew it would look great on you, Vivi. It was worth pre-ordering as soon as it became available. You should wear this during your meetings later, Vivi. By the way, Vivi is also very cute. Wouldn't that be unprofessional? No way! Well, it's okay if you don't want it to wear it. If you find it awkward. After all, you look cute either way, Vivi. Yeah, we also never hear their voices outside, like in the main story, I mean. Really? Of course! Wasn't that obvious? Judging by the sound, Ruchi is pacing back and forth restlessly in the room. Don't get me started on that. Oh, she's not happy, okay. That client on the last mission was so out of touch. You only pointed out all their potential worst case scenarios because you were in charge and being reasonable. How dare he questions your attitude? We should have Blue Kai blacklist that PMC guy. There's no way we are talking another commission from him ever again. It's okay. I'm used to it. Besides, you already stood up from me back then. The client only came down thanks to you. Then I guess I will pardon that guy since you said so. Speaking of which, remember the fashion store we passed by during our last mission, Vivi? Their storefront was so stylish. Which one? I don't remember. I took a photo. Give me a second. The cheerful chatter between Ruchi and Vector continues from their rest area. Belka crouches outside the door for a moment before quietly standing up and leaving. Ruchi and Vector. Looks like they have gotten closer. Is she like envy a little bit, maybe? Never mind. She gave her the tips, and the tips looks like worked. She was not expecting the tips to work, or? After leaving the rest area, Belka wanders aimlessly around the base, grumbling and complaining as she does. So, seriously? What happened between Ruchi and Vector? Those of us in Team A just went on a mission, albeit the mission might have been a long one, but how are their behavior completely different now? Wouldn't Ruchi be worrying about not getting along with Vector? Damn it, Ruchi's and Vector relationship used to be just like Mine's and Big C's. How come it's suddenly just me? Belka furiously kicks the supply container lying in the hallway. I'm the only one chasing after Big C's like a fool. All upset, Belka stands idly for a moment before bending down and clutching her head in dismay. Ah, screw this! What should I even do? Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! How did Ruchi do that? How can I get him closer to Big C's? Oh my. Doris, silently, and Doris' voice can be heard from behind. Before Belka can turn around, Andoril walks over and crouches in front of her with a smile. Oh, she's actually going, like, smaller? Huh? What's the matter, Belka? Did you say you were going to Ruchi? What are you doing here alone? Did you two get into an argument? It's not that. I'm just upset because I didn't get to train with Big Sis. Say, Andoris, I have been part of 404 for so long. So how come my relationship with Big Sis has not improved at all? I think it's not about you, like literally, it's about Big Sis. Even Racha and Vector are getting along now. I have no idea how she managed to... Seemingly reminded of something all of a sudden, Belka remains in her crouched position while she inches towards Andoris and leans into her ear. But there's a smile. You have been following Big Sis all these years, right, Andoris? Surely you have some way to help me improve our sister relationship? Give me a moment. Searching for related information. Andoris keeps smiling, but stops moving otherwise. Okay, I remember, like, when she's, like, overloaded. She has, like, this style. Andoris? Andoris! The warm smile remains on Andoris' face, but she offers no answer. Forget it. I will stop bothering you. I will just look it up myself. Oh, I found something. There's a lot of tangential data, but not much is left after shifting through them. Huh? Please go ahead. Best ways to strengthen the bonds with family and friends, traveling together in the top peak, cooking meals that the others enjoy is also a good idea. Other recommendations include inviting them out for dinner or celebrating memories occasions together to bring back fond memories. Traveling is a no-go, nor is food that big of a deal for us dolls. Sounds like the only one could work. Memorable occasions. It is gotta be that day then. Yep, soon it will be the anniversary of me joining 404, which also makes it sisterly reunion day between me and Big Sis Klukai. I'm such a genius. No, they're getting up, like, actually. Thank you, Andoris. I will go make preparations now. No. Before Andoris can finish, Belka has already excitedly jumped up and rushed off. Still crouched in place, Andoris blinks. No need to thank me. See? I didn't complete the commander's orders perfectly. If you want to compliment me, Commander, I will need to first make sure Big Sis is here to hear it too. Your frame's outstanding performance played a big part in how smoothly the data sorting went. That's a compliment, right? You just complimented me, Commander. Does it also mean I have becoming more and more like Big Sis? I have always wanted to become a super elite doll like her. Even super? Is that why you joined 404? Out of my admiration for Klukai? Of course the commanders would have guessed that. It is only that, despite Big Sis accepting me into the team, I have felt like I was never part of it for the longest of time. Was it because I was the last to join? It always felt like Big Sis Klukai was much colder towards me than the other members. I don't think that's the reason. As such, I started by following Big Sis everywhere she went, just so I could stay close by her side. Certified stalker. I even penned a Klukai observation report. Fancy look, Commander. A certified stalker. I will pass. Besides, doing so will only push her further away from you. Eh? Really? No way! Stop following me around everywhere I go. Are you a mallard still in the imprinting phase or what? See how Big Cs gave me such cute nicknames. Okay. Okay, this is similar. What do you do in my house? Never mind. Let's keep going. I'm starting to wonder if your relationship ever improved. Eh? Alright then. If you say so, Commander, then let's see for yourself. It's time for anniversary. What's wrong? I just remember something that happened when I first joined Squad 404. I got too impatient during a mission and ended up messing up several times. Not only did I fail to help Big Cs, I also dragged her down. Terrible memory. But things are different now, right, Belka? Of course. Remember to prize me if I do things right, okay, Commander? A few days later, outside the maintenance room. As soon as the door opens, Belka pulls Andoris in with her excitedly. Belka, wait! Daya! We are all the customs motorbikes part that just got delivered? Let me see them. Wait. Were all the customs motorbike parts? Oh, no way the motorbike of Kluka is actually Belka's doing. Is it really a gift? I mean, Belka is like speed doll and motorbike is also speed. Daya is busy adjusting something at the repair table. But he pauses his task upon hitting Belka. He retrieves a large box from behind him and places it onto the table. Here, all parts you ordered. I checked them out for you. They're all good. Take a look yourself. Surprises, presents, anniversary, all about them. Gifts for Big Cs. Belka hoops over to the table. Right as she opened the card box, she suddenly hears Meshti's voice behind. Daya, remember when I asked you to bring over the... Why so many people here? Meshti? Oh, why are you here? I suddenly just woke up. Meshti glances warily at the box of anime figures behind Daya, making sure that Belka has yet not to notice it. I just happened to walk by. Really? Of course. I was just going to ask what's the gift you asked Daya to bring you. I hear something about an anniversary. While doing her best to change the subject, Meshti shoots a glance at Daya, signaling at him to hide the box of anime figures he had smuggled in more carefully. He has to smuggle in. Oh, could you eavesdrop on me? Who is eavesdropping on you? You are the one being obnoxious loud. If everything is good, I will head back to sleep now. Please wait a second, Meshti. Compared to me, we have a doll, even more familiar with the leader here. Are you sure you don't want to consult her opinions, Belka? Who needs her opinions anyway? Meshti will only mess things up. I think Andoris is onto something. Look at how Kluka has put up with her for all these years. She must have something going on that we don't know what. Yeah, Meshti is the type of girl that does not fix herself, and Kluka be like one that really wants to fix her. I think that's what's going on. Like, she probably thinks that Belka is capable and like on her own, and Meshti just she pushes Meshti just to prove that, you know, like the motto of I can fix her, something like this. What are you guys even talking about? Fine, fine. I will ask her. So you want to celebrate the anniversary of you joining 404 with Klukai? It's a sister reunion day. Whatever you call it. But if you are going to Klukai's directly with that plan of an anniversary party or something, she will definitely going to outright shut you down. You know how picky she can be. Unless... Unless? Never mind. Just go to her as you usually do. Though, you might mind to change the name, but I doubt the outcome will be any different. So I just need to pass her hair until she agrees? Gotcha. I'm an expert at that. I bet you are. Wow, first time I have seen someone say that with such a straight face. What do you know? It takes determination to get close to Big Sis Klukai. I cannot elaborate further. Anyway, you have to keep this a secret, or I won't be able to give Big Sis a big surprise. If you dare slip up, I will... Belka quickly stares in the direction of Deer. What now? Thought I wouldn't notice, huh? You little smugglers. Well, we can talk this out. More like you shouldn't talk when you are not supposed to. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee what Big Sis won't accidentally discover your figurines. In that case, Belka, who helped Big Sis uncover Meshti's contraband, will certainly be rewarded. Okay, I swear. As long as Klukai doesn't steer me upside down on a target and puts 9 magazines into me, I will keep my mouth shut. There you go. I have only got a few days left. I need to hurry up and get the gift ready. Let me see, customs parts. Belka excitedly rushes towards a cardboard box on the table. No comment. What, the matter, Commander? I have always wanted to ask, why is your attitude towards Meshti completely different than everyone else? I mean, just look at her. She's a lazy, good-for-nothing freeloader who causes Big Sis so much trouble, yet still gets her special attention. I don't think that's what Meshti sets out to do. Fine, I will admit it. I'm just a little bit jealous of her. Just a little. Even though Big Sis would never admit it, I have always treated her as the most important family member in my life. You know? Why cannot I be the special companion? Why cannot I be the first one that comes into her mind? Why is Big Sis always acting so distant from me? I want her special attention too. Isn't this par for the course for all little sisters? Belka, it's totally normal for you to admire Klukai, but getting overly obsessed is detrimental to you and your neural cloud. Get it, Commander, but I just don't want to be separated from my family. If thinking about it is this way makes you feel better, maybe it's actually a sign that Klukai trusts you so much. She doesn't feel the need to watch over you like she does the more problematic members. That's how you see it? I never thought of that possibility. No wonder you are the commander. If you keep being so considerate, I might end up falling for you, Commander. Of course. I do like you a lot already. Thanks, but I will pass on that. I don't think I can handle it any better than Cloakeye. Since you are still in the mood to joke around, that must mean we can continue sorting. Of course, I can continue at any time, as long as you are ready. After another routine training session. That's it for today's training. Good job, everyone. You are free for the rest of the day. Remember to treat tomorrow's commission seriously. Moments after Cloakeye announcements, Belka immediately makes a 180-degree turn and is about to leave. It is not the first time she'd done this recently, be it after a training or debriefing session. Belka would depart the moment she's dismissed instead of pestering Cloakeye as she usually does. Belka, you stay here. It works. Forced to stop, Belka smiles awkwardly at Cloakeye. Big sis? Is anything wrong? Didn't you want to train together? I happen to be free today. Right. I mean, with Big C's instruction, I can certainly improve a great deal. Oh, an illustration. Happy to see those. Belka reveals a troubled expression, gritting her teeth while glancing at the clock. Only 10 minutes left before the delivery time. She agreed upon the underground brokers. As for the package, there are more accessories for the motorbike, usually prepared for the sister reunion day. It is not every day that Big Sis has the time to train with me, but... What a timing. You have got something on hand? Cloakeye closes in on Belka. Silently, Belka's communicator terminal starting ringing at the untimely moment. Ah! Belka hurriedly hangs up the call. She glances at Cloakeye with a worried look, but the latter does not even bother to look at the comms interface and simply stares at Belka with a scrutinizing gaze. It's nothing important. It's okay if I don't answer the call. Are you sure about that? I bet the underground brokers you got in touch with recently are impatiently waiting for your answer. How did she know? She didn't even stare at the phone. No way. I still have time. Wait, hold on. Eh? Broker? What broker? What are you talking about, Big Sis? She knows. Cloakeye signs. Haven't you been going to brokers whenever you are free recently? I can even spot your shadow during the break times. Not to mention using every trick in the book just to pry more bike-related information out of me. No! No! Just pretend you don't know! Man, Cloakeye. Now tell me, what are you planning behind my back? Come on. Let surprise be a surprise. Belka nibbles on her lower lip, thinking that her carefully planned surprise has already been spoiled. Fortunately, the anniversary is only a few days away, so telling Cloakeye everything at this point won't be that much of a problem. Belka is completely unaware of her constantly shifting troubled expression. Even Cloakeye begins to wonder if she has been too harsh to Belka. You know, 404 doesn't completely prohibits you from under-ordering. Just as Cloakeye is about to comfort her, Belka beats her to the punch with her exclamation. So, Big Sis Cloakeye, I want to celebrate our reunion together as sisters. For that, I have prepared a gift. I decline. Oh? Eh? I haven't even told you what I planned for our anniversary yet. Please, at least listen to what I have prepared. I have put a lot of time and effort for this. So that's what you have been up to, I see. Looks like you clearly has not been allocated enough training. Anyway, request denied. Don't even think about it. Too late, Cloakai. We don't let this happen. Pixies, oh, please don't go. We have a commission to accomplish tomorrow. You should get your maintenance done sooner rather than later. As much as it pains her, Cloakai pries Belka's shaking hand off her arm and turns to leave the training room. Bixie's resolute rejection was so cold. But isn't this exactly what Meshach said would happen? Although what? Never mind. Just go to her as usually you do. Though you might want to change the name, but I doubt the outcome will be any different. So I just need to pester her until she agrees? Gotcha. I'm an expert at that. No way in hell I'm going to admit she's right. But let's give it a try. It's all for big C's. While Cloakai is reading a motorbike magazine in the rest area, Belka quietly sneaks up behind her. Did you know, Big Sis? You are the one who saved me when I was in Rat. Before joining 404, I was living a life in squalor and vagrancy. Where did you pop off? Get to the point. She is really surprised. I'm just trying to say that Sisters Union's Day is super important to me. Please, let's celebrate our anniversary together, Big Sis Cloakai. Oh, the eyes. Shut up, I refuse. Oh my god, stop being so cold, literally. During 404 commissions. Wait, oh, this is her plan of pestering her until she agrees? Wait, is it that? Do you remember, Big Sis? That day when we reunited wasn't so different that now. It was also near the base, with you pointing a gun at me. Keep the irrelevant chatter to a minimum. But that day is very, very important to me. Not just that day, but every single day since we reunited. You are all equally important. Which makes the anniversary extra important. Please, Big Sis, pretty please. As long as you agree to celebrate together, I promise to shut up all about this. Before Belka can finish her sentence, Luca points her muzzle at Belka and quickly pulls the trigger, knocking out the enemy behind her. She really likes this move. Like, she does it like at least 3 times right now, right? Mash this pillow. Okay, 2 times. Right now, I mashed this pillow and... yeah, the one was not Cloakai, I think. It was the name that... one of the Monsoon squads, but never mind. If you don't want to go back in the scrap bin, focus on the task at hand. Mesha has fallen asleep at the beanbag sofa. By the way, we had this beanbag sofa. I'm right now revisiting the Escape from Cyborg event. Kind of fun. Luca is servicing her trusted weapon, and Andorix is preparing to brew some coffee not far from them. Good evening, Big Sis. Oh, everyone's around. Indeed, evening is a good time for rest. Great. Here comes the nuisance. Big Sis Cloakai, please! I have prepared your anniversary gift. The gift will be heartbroken if you are just going to discard it without even taking a look. Just as heartbroken as I am. Look at those eyes. Belka's vivid plea makes Kluka turns her head around. Now she is forced to stare directly at Belka's tearly filled eyes. No means no. It doesn't matter how many times you ask. Although knowing Belka is trying to elect sympathy, Kluka cannot bring herself to say anything harsher than upon seeing such a wrong expression. You are still so insincere, leader. Meanwhile, Andorix brings coffee to the two of them. Don't try to plead for her, Andoris. It is Belka's heartfelt wish after all. She has put a lot of time and effort into this, and it has not gone unnoticed by us. Maybe taking her up on her wish isn't such a bad thing, leader. Kluka falls silent at those words. Seizing the opportunity, Belka quickly wipes her tears, puts on a sweet smile, and leans towards Kluka. I promise you will love the gift, Big Sis, and I guarantee I won't cause you any troubles. I will do exactly as you say. Please, can we celebrate our sister reunion day together, right? It is not some sisters' reunions day. Eh? What do you mean, Big Sis? That was indeed the day you joined the team, but more importantly, it marks the proper formation of H.I.D.E 404 Combat Team A. It is an anniversary that belongs to all of us. You need to stop haspering on this sister reunion nonsense. If you insist on holding a celebration, keep what I just said in mind. So you just said celebration, right, Pixies? Oh my gosh, she's beaming. Oh, yeah, I see. You just agreed, right? She was right, after all. Oh, H.I.D.E. H.I.D.E? Is it my screen, or is she actually sobbing here? Following Belka's gaze, Kluka is locked onto H.I.D.E, still fast asleep on the sofa with a satisfied grin on her face and no sign to waking up. No, it is nothing. I just knew Big Sis would not let me down. This must be our sister bond. Belka quickly wraps her arms around Kluka, pulling her attention back. Stop snuggling up to me. You're just like a squirrel. No, not even squirrels are so clinky as you. She is indeed squirrel. Get off me. You're making me stiffy. Belka happily lets her go and flashes Kluka a smug smile. Hehe. Just you wait for the gift the squirrel has prepared for you, Big Sis. Caught up in Belka's excitement, Kluka unnaturally clears her throat before turning around. As for how you are going to celebrate, make sure not to go overboard. 404 is not a party company. You have had your welcome parties. No need to do it again. We have a commission on that day. No method of celebration is more suited to 404 than the success of the mission and all of us reuniting home safely. If it is in that team's anniversary, then I shall prepare some drinks for everyone after our return. Do whatever you like. Anyway, stop pestering me with this from now on, Belka. Roger that, Big Sis. I will make sure to have the gift ready and hand it to you myself. Are you even listening to me? Hey, it's just a gift. Nothing complicated. I have almost got it down. Forget it. After letting out a deep sigh, Luca leaves the rest area. But the look of excitement on Belka's face lingered in her mind. A gift from the squirrel, huh? It is the day of the long-awaited anniversary. Belka is already waiting excitedly outside Luca's door early in the morning. Her terminal beeps several times in rapid succession, but Belka immediately turns off the notification and continues to stare at the door. Really certified stalker. Yeah, anniversary with big C's. Standing outside the door with a silly smile on her face, Belka is placing around when the door opens and Klukai comes walking out. Happy anniversary, Big Sis, Klukai! Big Sis, you look so cool today. It is like you have got this special aura around you. I see. You are also looking forward to today's surprise, Big Sis. Let's complete today's commission first. Klukai doesn't speak further as she continues to stride forward. Relax, Big Sis, it is just a little commission. You have done this so many times before. Nothing can go wrong this time, famous lost words. Let me tell you a secret, Big Sis. I have a little surprise for you in the rest area. It's got all the sense of ceremony with it. Let's head straight to the rest area right after the commission. Hearing increasingly excited babble, Klukai stops in her tracks, looking somewhat resigned. Have you not seen the message I just sent you, Belka? You sent me a message? I will check right now. Belka frantically opens her comms terminal, takes one look, and starts squealing in panic. No way! An emergency mission? Who the hell even takes on 2 commissions on the same day? About that, I mean to say, how can that lever be so heartless? Today's the anniversary of our team formation. If she doesn't want to take part in the celebration herself, fine, but how can she throw us a last-minute commission like this? Let me take a look at the details. It's to suppress automated machines with malfunctioning IFFs? After carefully reading their commission's request several times, Belka looks up at Klukai with eyes full of grievance. Can't we have Team B handle this, Big Sis? I think they are entirely capable of dealing with this sort of task. Team B is on the way to other mission. Besides, do you think the plan is something you can alter on a whim? I didn't mean that, I just... today was supposed to be our anniversary, but now we are stuck doing missions all day, potentially working overtime as well. There won't be any time left to celebrate together. If you keep standing around wasting time, then we really won't have time to celebrate. It is an E-rank difficulty standard rescue mission. The area of operation is the same as originally planned. So, it is a matter of doing it on the side of what we already had to do. With 404 capability, we might be back by the afternoon if we head out now. So, do you want to keep turning out here, or should you go get geared up? I will go get ready. No. Belka is already geared up and ready to go. Let's move out, Big Sis. As the dusk sets in, 3 dolls walk into their partially decorated rest area. I guess this is after the mission. I was worried that Meshti will Okay, those sounds are definitely getting louder. Being the first to enter the room, Belka kicks the cardbox box by the door, following a loud toot. Multicolored steering lights inside the box are thrown scattering across the floor. Belka pauses and kicks the steering lights away. Cool. That is the surprise Belka has prepared for Kluge. All that's left to do is hang up the string lights on the wall of the rest area to make the atmosphere even cozier. Yet the expression on Becca's face now stands in stark contrast to the warm atmosphere she intended to create. Oh my god, she's all battled. Belka? Andoris looked at Belka with some concern, Meshti being the last one of the group to arrive. Stretching lazily, grabs the nearest pillow by the door and plopping right down on the pile of string lights contentedly. Finally, we are back. Today was so tiring. I don't want to walk a single extra step. Belka glances at the doll lying at her feet. She then picks up one of their string lights and walks up by the wall with a blank face, trying to hang it up. Why so sad? However, the long strings of lights seems to have a mind of its own. Just as one side is secured, the opposite side would begin to sag and tangle itself with sections already hanging over the wall. Belka grabs the hanging side and tugs at it impatiently, soon entangling everything into a knot. First the emergency mission, then an in-person report at the request of the SID client, and Big C's just left like that? What is this? I mean, those damn lights are working against me now. Belka furiously throws the tights up string light to the ground, then walks to the overturned cardbox box to get another one. One end of the long light string is pinned beneath Meshti, and Belka tugs at it unsuccessfully for a while. Meshti! Get up, Meshti! Dummkopf! Time to wake up! Wake up! Meshti painfully opens her eyes. Belka? Is Kluge back? Why are you waking me up? It is so weird. It is German dolls that you have Russian names and using German words in English text. It's just okay. Because of the string lights. You are sitting on all my string lights, mean for decoration. What string lights? Meshti fumbles around aimlessly, growing increasingly frustrated as she watches Belka ultimately throws her to the side. Wah! The doll rolls to the ground, then bounces into the wall with a distinct thump. Finally awake, Meshti slowly shuffles to the beanbag sofa on the side and rubs the spot on her head that bumped into the wall. Oh, why so mean? It's not my fault that Kluge was called away. Besides, she said she will be back as fast as possible after the report is done. Ignoring Meshti, Belka angrily goes back to the wall with the string lights in hand. Damn, it sounded like she was punching. Seeing Belka's agitated state, Doris gently shakes her head before walking up to her. and helps her prop up one end of the string. Here, let me help you set this up. Belka glances at Andoris and says nothing. Yet Andoris answers with a smile and holds the strings high up to the wall. Look, Belka, hop out here. Without waiting for Belka's answer, Andoris carefully affixes the strings light to the wall. Then she picks up another string and begins affixing the second one with a smile on her face. And the music really... Soon, the blank wall is covered with colorful lights. Even H.I.D.E, who is dozing on the sofa, cannot help but open her eyes wide to gaze at the sparkling scene. Didn't expect this small rest area to look so pretty when decorated. What do you think, Belka? Seeing Belka still sulking, Andoris picks up the tied-up string light that has been thrown to the ground earlier and starts patiently untangling the knot. Shortly after, the tangled string's light is returned to its original state. Andoris gently hands it to Belka and smiles tenderly. Here, it's all fixed up. Oh my, are you still upset that Leader could not make it back in time? Belka stomps her foot in frustration and lowers her head, clutching the string's light in the palm. I didn't get upset because of Big Sis. She's just doing what she has to do as per her client's request. It is her showing her sense of responsibility. She never slacks off, even on our anniversary. That's how cool Big Sis is. Indeed, Leader Kluka has always been very cool. Seeing that Belka has finally calmed down, Andoris takes the opportunity to pat her on the head. By the way, you should really go get your frame serviced now, Belka. You have been overburdening your frame the entire time during today's battle. You might exhaust your energy back up and end up in hibernation if you keep hanging around. Everything's settled here. It's okay for you to take a break. I don't want to. Maintenance will take too much time, and I won't be the first one Big Sis sees when she comes back. I will wait for the Big Sis here. She promised she will be back soon. See, we will head for maintenance first then. Don't push yourself too hard, okay? Andoris leaves the rest area with H.I.D.E. Having watched them leave, Belka ponders for a moment, then sits on the bean-bag sofa and rests her head on her knees. Any moment now, Big Sis will surely be back soon. Late into the night, an unusual calmness surrounds the base, only occasionally disturbed by the footsteps of staff issuing faintly down the corridor. However, as time goes on, the one specific sound Belka eagerly awaits never appears. Almost midnight already. Belka sinks deep into the sofa, but still stares supportly in the direction of the corridor. When will Big Sis Kluka be back? Big Sis. At exactly 1:46 a.m., Kluka finally rushes into the rest area. Rushes? The surprised Belka been bustling about since the morning before this pops into Kluka's view. The entire rest area have been decorated in a lively and cheerful fashion with colorful lights emitting a sofa, bright glow and balloons on the wall, spelling out anniversary. My god, this is too sad. Kluka subconsciously slowed her footsteps and stares at the surprise Belka had prepared for her. Suddenly, she spots a doll curled up in the corner of the room. Belka? The doll in the corner does not respond. Kluka hurried over and sees the doll is curled up on the beanbag sofa with her arms wrapped around her knees. Her fluffy hair rests on her arms, and her eyes are gently closed. The damage to her body has yet to be repaired. Several tears in her synthetic skin look somewhat brightening upon the flickering light. Hibernation, huh? Kluka leans over and gently pats her fluffy head. Dummy. Kluka gently reaches out and picks up the sleeping Belka. You're heavier than I remember. Let's get you to the maintenance. Kluka is currently compiling last night's commissions reports in the meeting room. Suddenly, someone knocks on the door. Before Kluka can respond, a figure shows the door open and rushes up to Kluka with a look of grievance on her face. Big sis! Yes? Big sis, I hear you're back, so I came here right away. Are you working on something? Am I not bothering you? Am I not? Kluka does not answer, but simply examines Belka carefully. The doll in front of her looks clean and refreshed, clearly having undergone her maintenance. Were you planning to just hibernate in the rest area? Had I not come back last night? I just wanted to wait for Big C's. Plus, I knew you will be back when you said this yourself. Belka steps forward and pounds and complains. You did come back last night, so why didn't you wake me up, Big Sis? Even if I have us in hibernation, 10 minutes of charging and I would be back up. That way, we would not have missed our anniversary. It's been a whole day. Why are you still thinking about that? Of course I'm thinking about that. It is our the anniversary of Team's A formation after all. A once-in-a-year opportunity. It is a shame to have missed it. Is your noggin filed with nothing but anniversary? With the kind of damage you have sustained, of course maintenance was the priority. But... Even if we missed out yesterday, all your decorations are still up, right? Tell Andoris and Meshti to come over in a bit and we can celebrate again today. What now? But today is no longer the anniversary. I have been preparing for so long. I didn't even get the chance to give you my present properly. Big Sis, do you not care about this at all? What does it have to do with me caring or not? Oh, Big Sis, you big dummy. Wait, Belka. Before Kluka can react, Belka has already rushed out of the room crying. Staring at the fading silhouette, Kluka recalls Belka's hard expression just now and finds herself at last. Did I say something wrong? Oh my god, yes you did, big dummy. It's hard to come by you getting so upset and throwing a tantrum. I almost forget you were capable of those emotions. I know where you're going with that, Commander. That's also what I have been worrying about. Losing my temper and making a big fuss like that to vent out my frustrations? It's not cute at all. I also don't want anyone to see me like that. Are you saying your usually lively and cheerful demeanor was just an act? Not exactly, but even I can feel down and sad at times. It's just that those moments don't usually last for long. If I wanted something, I would fight to get it right now and never get worried dragged into the next day. That's one of my greatest virtues. That being said, don't you dare take advantage of that and give me the cold shoulder, Commander. Otherwise, I will get upset. Commander, please promise me that, okay? Looking at Belka's pitiable expression, I cannot help but marvel at the expressiveness of her facial expression module. Of course, a well-behaved girl should be rewarded. I'm sure Kluka also understands this fact now after being made aware of your true feelings. At least from what I know of her, she's not the kind of doll who would turn a blind eye to such things. Line. You guessed it right, Commander. Pixies may look stone cold on the outside, but she's always been incredibly gentle and loving inside. So even if I get a little upset, I won't actually blame her. Let's keep going, Commander. You should really experience that part for yourself. You're such a bully, Commander. I'm indeed an extraordinarily capable elite doll full of vigor, but you still should not be teasing me like this. There are 3 elite enemy until ahead. 3 units. Do not worry. According to a prediction from sorted prior data, an adequate challenge will help you unlock your full potential. Plus, Kluka specifically informed me that Belka could easily win against those odds. Huh? That's right. Be sure to pay close attention to my gracefulness in combat, Commander. Commander? Why am I the only one here this time? Don't worry, this is a good opportunity to test your skills in stealth. There's an overwhelming number of enemies, but they have been holes in her defense. Look, I trained you in the skills needed to deal with this, right? Of course. I will transmit the battlefield data to you in a bit. I believe that with your analysis and judgment abilities, it is the best to complete the mission by exploiting their blind spots. I will help you too, so don't worry. I understand, Commander. I want to be an elite doll like Big C's, so I will do my best to achieve that goal. Oh, she is actually, oh my god, she's actually playable. We get at least 1 unit. What should I do? Ah, the blind spot. It's very fast. I don't need it. Yeah, that was interesting. At least now we got her trial. All done. The sorting is complete. Why she look so unhappy? Belka? Don't cry. I know you must have felt really wronged and hurt at the time, but the misunderstanding between you two has already been resolved. Seeing us embrace each other again still brings me to tears. Pixie's Kluka is so lovely. I want to become a doll like Pixie's too. Commander? Oh god. What is it? Since you know so much about Pixies, you must know how to do it, right? Please, spend more time with Belka. And teach me, Commander. Alright, I promise. But you have to let go of me first. I cannot breathe with how tight you are hugging me. Not to mention how humid the air in the room already is. Despite saying so, you didn't even try to push me away. Do you actually care about me in secret, Commander? Well, I suppose you would not help me to sort through my neural records otherwise. I see the Commander does care about me. Luca and I are not the only ones who care about you. Then, you should stop rejecting my affection. Deep down, I have always been scared. Scared of being disliked and abandoned. Scared of losing the family I finally got back. Scared of being left alone. Which is why I keep following the big C's footsteps. Not just because I admire her, but also to learn from her. And better myself. Also I can keep up with her. But for the longest of time, I felt I was doing nothing but growing further and further away from her, which made me even more feel lonely. Belka looks a little gloomy. It turns out she can also experience this kind of uneasiness. Do you still feel that way? If you promise me that you will never abandon me, then perhaps I might feel better. A big promise to make. Although Belka flashes a smile of triumph for a brief instant, I cannot tell if that moment was part of her usual scheming. Let me tell you a secret, Commander. You are the only one I'm telling this to. Not even Pixie's Kluka knows about this. I have been very grateful that 404 came to the Elmo. Now I have a new family member. That is you, Commander. You are now a precious part of my family. So please promise me that I'm all you need, Commander. Oh god. Oh, she says the same thing that Kluka says. I'm all you need, Commander, okay? Stop imitating Kluka. Oh, you're the only one who I can count on besides Big Sis, Commander? Please, Commander, pretty please. Know that you are the only one everything knows about me. If you still find me cute, would you please let me stay at your side forever? Just as I thought. This is also how you got Klukas back then, isn't it? I would say at least a bit different. It is an advanced version of persistering specifically to deal with the Commander. Certified stalker. Fine, I promise. Yeah? How about this instead? Let's set today's as our anniversary, Commander. That day I can prepare a gift for you on this day next year. Will you also prepare something to surprise me, Commander? Belka's eyes sparkle with sincerity and hint of mischief, revealing as much of her enthusiasm as her little schemes. It is like a spell being cast on me, leaving me with no choice but to nod. But a well-behaved girl deserves to be rewarded. And she doesn't ask for much. So let's keep this bright smile going. Belka is huddled in a corner of her tiny room. A quiet sobbing can be heard escaping from the encirclement of her squirrel-shaped pillow. Aww. How did it turn out like this way? Did I never belong here? Was I never meant to join 404? Big Sis doesn't care about me, about our reunion. She doesn't care at all. As Belka cries her head out, she stands up and slams the squirrel pillow on the ground. The squirrel. Screw squirrels! Big Sis, she hates squirrels. She hates me. Next, Belka snatches up all the squirrel's plushie, stickers and Mallard's toys lined on the desktop and furiously throws them into the bin by her feet. Okay, this is escalating quickly. I'm done. I don't want any of this anymore. I hate squirrels. I hate marls. I hate you, Big Sis. Belka shoves all the squirrels and marlots into the paper bin while tearing well up in her eyes. Then she drags a travel bag out of the closet and begins packing her belongings. Don't want to be here anymore. I'm leaving today. Right now. I'm leaving right now. After a while of tearfully packing, her travel bag has been stuffed full. Still sniffing, Belka hoists the bag onto her back and takes a few steps towards the door. Silently, she reaches into one of her pockets and pulls out a bullet casing. Perhaps due to it being constantly and carefully polished, the bullet casing shines with a mirror-like gleam. It's a bullet casing Big Sis gifted me. Has she shot you? I don't want it. I don't want it anymore. I don't want it anymore. Belka raises her hand and intends to throw the casing into the bin as well. However, after a few minutes of standing idly in the room, the casing is still tightly clenched in Belka's palm. Realizing her reluctance, Belka throws herself onto the bed again and bursts into tears. Suddenly, knocking on the door can be heard, followed by Kluka's voice coming through it. Are you in the room, Belka? I'm not. What are you talking about? We can hear your cries down the entire hallway. I'm not crying. You are crying right now. As the sobbing inside the room seems to have subsided, Luca awkwardly raises her voice to speak. Alright. Stop crying. It was my fault last night. Given that I agreed to celebrate our anniversary together, I should have woke you up, even when you were hibernating. Hearing Skluka's apologies, Belka, who has almost stopped crying, burst into tears again. Oh, Big Sis, you have always been like this. You never cared about me or my feelings. You have always been so mean to me. You never teamed up with me during the training? And you always deliberately avoid me. Overcome with emotions, Belka sits down on the edge of the bed, tears rolling down her cheeks. Oh, I don't want to be here anymore. Big Sis doesn't like me anymore. You don't care about our anniversary. I'm leaving 404. With the bag on her back, Belka furiously stands up and is ready to leave through the door when suddenly she hears Klukai's voice with a much colder tone coming from the outside. You think you can come and go as you please? I am H.I.D.E 404 leader, and you are one of its members. You're not going anywhere without my permission. Eh? So scary. But I'm going to leave anyway. With the bag on her back, Belka abruptly opens the door. Seeing Belka appears before her with the eyes filled with tears, Kluka is stunned for a moment before immediately reacting. What are you doing with that big of a backpack? Belka takes a step back under the pressure from Klukai's gaze. She retreats into her room and slaps the door shut. Yet before the door closes, Klukai catches sight of the mess going on in the room. Boo-hoo? I don't know what it is. Inside the room, Belka throws herself back onto the bed and begins to cry softly again. After a moment of silence, Klukai starts to talk in a low, unnatural voice, unlike her normal way of speech. Belka? Actually, I was quite surprised that you came to 404. I never realized I was that important to you, nor did I think that 404 was a good place of belonging for you. But you have proven to me with your actions that keeping you in 404 was the right decision. Big Sis? Even though you have got a long road ahead before becoming an elite doll, and despite still being so noisy and clingy, you have indeed grown. I can be strict at times, but I'm not completely insensitive. Your efforts have not been lost on me. As Klukai finished her monologue, silence returned to the room. With her tears finally stopping, Belka snipples before slowly taking a few steps towards and reopens the door. Klukai stands stiffly outside, seeing Belka staring at her with tears streaming down her cheeks. Klukai cannot help but feel a little awkward. Big Sis? So, you have been caring about me all along? Then, why did you neglect the anniversary of our reunion? Klukai lowers her eyes and remains silent for a moment, as if waiting her words. At last, she raises her head and looks at Belka's earnestly. I know you have placed a good deal of importance on the day of our reunion. However, the exact date of the reunion, or the day we choose to celebrate it for that matter, doesn't really matter in my eyes. The fact that we have reunited is far more precious than any celebration or commemoration. As long as 404 is still around with us in it, as long as we keep still going on a mission together and all return safe and sound, then but that itself is the best way of honoring our reunion. As she finished, Lukai awkwardly clears her throat. She then retrieves a box from behind, stuffs it into Belka's hand, and immediately looks away. Here, it is for you. For me? Belka's eye widen as she frantically holds onto the box, completely flustered. Yes, take a look. Oh my god. Yes? Belka quickly unties the bow wrapping around the box. The lid of the box pops up to reveal a wooden carving of a squirrel. The squirrel clutches a pine cone and sits within the head tilted back in the center of the box. Although the carving are somewhat rough, the squirrel's expression is vividly lifelike. A squirrel? Belka props up the wooden squirrel in her palm and stares at it in disbelief. Did you concave this yourself, Pixies? Indeed. A present for the squirrel. It is rather rough. I did it casually in my spare time, without putting much effort into it. You don't... I knew it! Pixies cares about me after all. With traces of dry tears still visible on her cheeks, Belka breaks into a big smile and throws herself into a tight embrace with Glukai. You don't haul yourself at me like this all of a... I know. Pixie's Glukai is the best. I love you the most. Then what were all the squirrels on the ground? And marlons too. I had no idea you collected marlons. It doesn't matter. Belka giggles as she looks in the wooden squirrel in her hand and hugging Lucas even tighter. This squirrel's big sister gave me is all Belka needs. No, what about your present? Don't add it here. No, what about present for Belka, for Glukai? No! Dream anniversary. Oh, why don't you do this for us? Well, we got through Belka's story. It was short and sweet. I did not expect the anniversary, but we all expect the Glukai. And yeah, this is how the neural recollections are. Very similar to Yohi's event. A bit sweet. Without further much to say, the next one up will be Pandoris. Yeah. With one more stage, a little bit longer. But man, I was waiting for Doris for a long time. And for the good last, there will be a... oh god, Jingu? With normal stages. So with that being the plan, I will be calling here the end. I will be thanking you for watching and listening. I wish you a good day, night, afternoon. And see you in the next Neural Recollection. Take care.